Okay, so next thing I want to do, let's start to build a cranium. So um, I've kind of done this a few different ways, but I think the easiest way is to really start with a sphere. And I'll pull it up here, and I'm just gonna, let's make it bigger. And I'm gonna rotate it. I want the North Pole facing me. Or South Pole, whatever. It's the planet. It's the planet is going on its axis. We're going to go into Damnation Alley. Okay, then I'm going to go over and I'm going to take this. I'm going to bring down the subdivisions. And what am I doing? Let's try this again. Highlight these, middle click, side to side. Okay, great. 16. You know what? It might be easier just to do, say, like 12. Let's try this and see how this works. And I can get to a certain point with this thing when I scale it this way and get kind of cranium shape. Down this way. Let's take a look at it in the front view. Let's switch to the front view. Okay. You see that that starts to look a little bit funny here. Like it works okay maybe for the top of the head. You see the images don't line up that well. Bring this down a bit. And okay, that's great. But the side here, let's go and grab some of the vertices. And I'm just going to go and use the B middle click, drag, and I'll push that out so it's kind of a little bit more against the head. Okay, great. Let's go back to the right view. And this can kind of maybe come forward a bit. We're going to delete some of this section down here so that doesn't matter so much. Let's make this bigger. I'm going to try and line that up roughly right here with where that ear is. You can see the image, the ghosty image of the ear. Okay, that should be good. And pretend that she's bald. Okay. There. And that should be lovely. Okay, so let's just go ahead and I'm going to grab this face and double click on this one, go around the whole thing, get rid of that. Okay, and then I don't need some of this stuff in here. Let's get rid of that. I'm going to turn off the soft selection because it's kind of looking too psychedelic, man. Delete. And let's see what we're looking at here when I hit 4. There. Got myself a little bathing cap. I might go in and grab these vertices here. I'm going to pull them up a bit. I'm just going to make it so these reference images can't be selected. There we go. Let's do that again. And these plane handles are driving me nuts. Settings, preferences, manipulators, right at the very bottom. Those two things drive me crazy. Okay, let's hit 6. Pull that out a bit. There. Okay, that should be good. And for the hair, we're going to just put a geometrical kind of shape on this, so I'm not going to get too concerned about how it's going to look for putting on any X-Gen hair or anything like that. Let's do this. I'll save that for next term. And then the back of the head here, this area, let's just go in and hit the soft selection. See if we can pull this back a bit. Oh yeah, that worked out way too well, too easily. Well, we'll see how that works. And if I need to, I can quickly insert edge loops in here to get that shape back. Let's just go and do this. Let's actually see if we can do this. So if I go in and I grab this piece and this piece, let's just go and hit mesh, combine, and I'm just going to delete the history. And I'll see if I can line some of these things up. So if I go in here and I grab, say, those two vertices, turn off soft selection, and I go and I hit merge, those ones merging in. Okay, whenever you have just two vertices selected, when you merge, they automatically merge. And that worked out way too well right there. Okay. I might even, let's see if I take this one, I push it back a bit. There's a nice quad right there. I can kind of see it. I'll use my append. Okay. And what about up here? Oh, that again, that's worked out way too well. Where's the center? Hit G, G, great. And what have I got over here? How does that look? You can kind of see, like, sometimes you can see these little shapes and you go, oh, there's an easy quad to get right there, like that one. Take this and pull this over this way. Okay. Pen to polygon tool, pen from there to there, and I'll hit enter. Okay. It's looking not too bad. And then let's just delete the history on that. So I got my cranium in place. I'm just going to take this piece and just delete it because I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to go ahead and hit Mesh Combine. Tell me at 5-minute mark. Okay, we'll see how fast I can do this. And I didn't totally look at how many subdivisions I have here. How about for this one? What if I went in and I use the insert edge loop and I pop a loop, say there, and I pop one there. And I'm just going to take this one, double click on it, and I'm going to get it out of here. So if I hold down Shift and right click, delete edge, there. And then I'll probably have to put it more over here, but let's get the append. So I can append from there to there. I'll hit G, and enter. Okay. And as we're doing this, it might make sense to have the edit duplicate special on the other side. Damn it, my pivot point's in the wrong spot. I'm just going to hold down D and X, and I'll middle click wiggle down here, and then we'll hit G, and there we go. Okay. And it also looks like I'm seeing a lot of hard edges here. I'm just going to zip over and hit Mesh Display, Soften Edge. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better. And, oh, I've got a big hole in the front of my head. I can go in here and use the Insert Edge Loop tool. 1, 2, and then I'll use the append, and I can append myself from there. Hit G, there and there, enter. Okay, so that's starting to fill in. This area up here, it looks a little dense with geometry. I might start to go and fill this in down in the back, and we'll come back later and I'll kind of spread this out a little bit. And also too, I can do things like, how about right through here, feels good. Okay, so I just filled that in. I used Insert and Edge Loop with the multi-cut tool. As I come to this area here, so this is that jawline that I made earlier, and I want that to come up kind of along the ear here, so it's going to come up and meet into the front. If I get the append, I could probably do something like that, and hit Enter. Okay, and now, what else do I want to do? How about in the back of the head here? What if I go back and I grab, say, this edge and this one, and I collapse those? Take that out of here. That is a quad. Remember, that's a quad. Even though it looks triangular, it's a quad. Let's get these two on the side here. Pull this up a little bit. Okay. I'll pretend that's good. I'm always tweaking. Stop tweaking. Leave the tweaking alone. And then what I'll do is I'll grab these edges in the back here, and I'll hit extrude, Control E, and I'll extrude down the back here. And I'll hit G. Okay, and I think that should be good for the moment. Let's go over here, and I'm just going to grab the move tool, and I'm going to move this in a bit. See if this looks. I'm just going to have a kind of a skinny kid neck, because she's what, 15, 16. So it's got to be really kind of still small, like a kid. And then here, what am I staring at? If I go in and I use the Insert Edge Loop, I pop a loop here. And seeing how these are going to fit together over here. Great. What about here in the neck here? Something I might do. Let's go in and let's use the append. Append myself there. Hit enter. And I think I might try and finish this whole head in one go here. I'm just going to go in and grab these edges here on the edge of the jaw. Extrude. I'm noticing that the grid's kind of bothering me. There's a little button here so I can turn the grid off as I'm doing this in the perspective view. Okay, and then if I use the append, I can append myself from here to say here. I'll hit G and I'll go from there to there. Enter. Okay. and then I can use the insert edge loop tool. I'll pop a loop here, and I just switch to the move tool, and I can start to move this out and kind of get the shape of the neck. And I'm slowly thinking about how these edges are going to match up. I'm going to hit G and I'll pop in another loop here. Grab my move tool. Okay, and I'm going to go and get the append myself from there to there. Okay, I'm slowly just filling the whole thing together. Right through here, this is kind of bothering me, so I'm going to get the multi-cut tool, and I'll cut from here to here, to here, to there, from there to there. Wonderful! And then I'll go ahead and grab my vertices here, and I'll merge them together. Merge center. And now, that's looking pretty good. I'm just going to grab a vertice close to this hole, any component around the hole, and I can go mesh, fill hole. And that's an N-gon. I'm going to grab the multi-cut tool, and I think I might multi-cut right across everybody. Oh, you bastard! There to there. Done. Okay, and do I like that? I'll pretend that I like that for now. And again, I can always tweak these things and fill them in later. Grab a face here this time, mesh, fill hole. And I'll just stare at this for a little bit and use the multi-cut tool. This seems like a logical choice from there to there. This one to here. This one to here. Okay, I got a big N-gon right here. And how do I want to handle this? Well, if I went from there to there. Oh, this worked out way too well. Okay, I didn't plan that, it just worked. Build in. Maybe I'll go in here and grab a little vertice, pull this way. And so we're getting a good shape for the head. Not back to the neck's kind of bothering me a bit. I'll probably sculpt that out later on. I look at it, I'm not 100% sold. Okay, but then we get to this section here, and filling this in is a bit of a nightmare. It can take a little while to do. Actually, let's just see, is there anything over here? If I go and I grab, say, that vertice right there, I'm going to pull that forward. Okay, so it's looking better. And there's a few back here. I can probably nudge those down. Okay, great. And what I might do is, actually this edge right here, I'm just going to pull this back a bit. Okay, just because I don't want those edge loops to go way too far here, otherwise it just kind of kills the nasolabial furrow and all the little furrows that go around it. I'm just going to grab, say, this edge and this one, and this one. I'm going to extrude out a bit. Great. And then I'll hit G and I'll do it again. Okay, and I'm just going to grab, say, these two vertices right here. Let's weld those together, merge vertices. And I can probably do the same thing with this one and this one. Okay, and then right here, append to polygon. For some reason I missed. Okay, great. See how that works. And how does that feel? What if I grab this and I hit 13-minute mark? Okay, we're getting there. Still that nose bothers me. This one I have to go back and refine things. What about around the eye here? Let's hit 1. If I go and I grab, say, this edge and this one, I extrude, pull those out a bit more. Okay, I'm just always kind of looking around and constantly checking. Merge vertices, merge center. Actually, I'm kind of looking at how this is lining up here, and I don't know if I like that. I'm going to use my insert edge loop tool, and if I hold down shift, okay, you might notice that it kind of, okay, popped around here and then went the whole way around. I'm just going to do a little trick where I take that edge, delete it, take this one, double click on it, shift, right click, delete edge. There, I like that a bit better. And I'll grab my multi-cut tool and I'll kind of clean this up from here to here, pop in one there. So I can pull this over a little bit. Okay. And what about up here? So as I'm approaching this area, let's go and put an append in here. then I can append across here. When I do that, it's going to create a triangle, but I'm just going to go in and hit that. Using the multi-cut tool, I can quickly add in an extra vertex and kind of nudge that around, see how I feel about it. Okay, and I end up with a little star here. Normally I end up with it over here a little bit. I might have to navigate and move it around. Actually, if I really thought about it, if I grab these ones here and I did the merge to center, I can put it over there a little bit. But then that gives me this thing right here. What if I take that edge out of here and use my multi-cut tool, cut from there to there, pop this one in. Come on, you bastard. There, got it. Okay, so I've just kind of moved it around, navigated a little bit. Take this edge and I'll extrude them out a wee bit. Okay. And right now I'm not even looking at the image so much as I'm going in and just trying to fill in these spaces. Take those two, merge to center, and these two here. Okay. And what if I go in and grab the insert edge loop? There. Pen to polygon. Okay, I'm starting to get to that point where this is almost filled in. And what if I went and I took, say, this vertex and this one? No, I don't think I'll do that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go append, fill this to here, enter. I might take this edge out and I'm going to use the insert edge loop to pop a loop in. Actually, I'm going to use the official insert edge loop. Come on. And hold down shift. Book. Kind of grounds it out a little bit as it does it. And I'll get the multi-cut tool. There, so I'm kind of filling it in. Bit of a long space here too. I go from there to there. Insert edge loop. Book. Okay, and then get back here to the multi-cut for a second. Oh, I missed. Backspace. There. Go from there to there. Pop on there. And you're like wondering what I'm doing. I'm just kind of cleaning this up so it'll be quads again. And this one is a quad. Just there. Okay, I'm going to get to here and I'm going to say, screw it. I don't know how much more I can do the way I was doing, kind of nudging around. I'm just going to grab like a component onto this area and hit mesh fill hole. And now it's time to go in and use the multi-cut and just cut my way through this. So pop on there. Okay, so that's kind of filled in. And I can kind of just slowly work my way across the surface, making quads as I go and looking for logical edge flows. Now when I get to here, this is going to look a little funky. Okay, we're getting into this area, and how about if I go from there to there, take this one across from there to there. Boop. Okay, great. And this one can go from here to here. Here I'm going to have to kite like a fiend in this area. Let's go here. This one, I'm going to go here, go over this side. Okay, and then we got this thing to deal with. And take that one there. And then from there to there. Actually, this worked out way too well again. There, and I might end up with like a triangle here, looks like. And if I have a triangle there, I can kind of always find a way to get rid of them. I can kind of walk my way over here. And I made an n-gon, take this one over here, and I'll kind of clean this up as I go so it looks logical. Delete, take this one, collapse. I got an n-gon here, and if I go in and get multi-cut tool, and I multi-cut from there, across here, you know what, I'm going to take this one to here. Okay, so that's gone to there. Then the triangle's there. How do I feel about that? What if I went and I took this? We're going to do there to there. I'll do that. You bastard! Backspace. There. Take that edge out of here. Okay, and as I come down here, there's a triangle there. And I'll use my multi-cut and I'll pop a line here, there to there, and I can kind of nudge that around. And I've filled up most of the area. We're at the 20-minute mark. Okay, and the last thing I'm going to do, let's just delete the history. I should probably go in and save this. Mesh tools, mesh display, soften edge. And the final thing is we kind of got this all fitting together. Now I just got to kind of sculpt it out a little bit. I'll make another video where I start to tweak this. But what I'm going to do is head into the sculpting tools, or my favorite one, over here under surfaces, there is the sculpt geometry tool, and I got the pull section here. I can kind of make my brush bigger by holding down B, pull this out, hold down shift to smooth it down. Okay, and there's a relax here as well, and the relax does a really nice job of making everything very quadular, but I might have to do that a bit afterwards, because I think I should stop right around here. Okay, I'm going to stop this video and I'll do another video on just tweaking, getting the head shape a bit better. But there it is. Most of my geometry is set up.